Hi guys, I want to do a video on what happened to my tooth hair. People ask. So sometimes I'm tempted, like when I was at Carvel, for ice cream. I'm tempted when I'm in those kind of places or around kids where I'm like, oh look, this is what happens if you eat too many sweet things, like that. So I want to tell the real story, which is it happened out of a lesson of laziness and humility. Okay, so a few days before the incident happened, my mom was saying, oh, you and your dad, you guys have such nice teeth. And I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh yeah, I have nice teeth. And then a few days later, the incident happened. And what happened was that working at the city, I was unloading some signs from the back of my truck, or I was unloading some signs from my truck. I should have unloaded them from the back, but I decided to be lazy and I tried to do it over the side of the truck. Step up on the tire, reach over the bed, grab the signs, and just bring them down, unload them. Well, because the signs are different sizes, my hand actually acted as a hinge. I was holding one corner of the sign with one hand, and the other side of that sign didn't have anything holding it, and it slipped and it chopped me like that. So thankfully, thank God that it wasn't my eye or like cracking my skull or something. It only hit me here, and I only lost one tooth, but it could have been worse. So I wanted to share that as a lesson of humility. When people compliment you, don't get conceited, don't let it get to your head so much, and of laziness. Like, try to do things the right way. There's a reason that truck had the lift gate at the back for me to open up and unload properly and safely, but I didn't. So when bad things happen to you like this, like an accident happens, I've had many, so I can tell you other stories later on. But when these kind of things happen, hopefully we're able to see that it could have been worse. As long as we're still alive, we're still breathing, then we still have a chance to be reconciled to God. Because ultimately, that's the end game. There is getting back with God, restoring our relationship. If we die before we get a chance to do that, then we're not going to end up with God. We're going to end up in hell. That's where hell is basically away from God. So as long as you guys have made it through your accidents, try to see the bright side of it, that it could have been worse, and that you still have the opportunity to make right with God through Jesus Christ. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I'll talk to you soon. Stay safe and try not to be lazy, and don't get big-headed like I did.